elegant simplicity of artistic forms juxtaposed on the complexity of raw, weathered timber is warm and inviting. Each piece feels fresh and new, with a class and quality of a priceless antique. Gemilow is a furnishing manufacturer specializing in genuine brass inlay hardwood pieces. Each item is uniquely handcrafted to the highest quality standard. The environmentally conscious team uses only recycled hardwood fence posts in their production process. The ideas for the brass inlay designs are first sketched with pencil on paper. The sketches are then refined in ink to create a clear, defined edge. These drawings are now scanned into the computer to create a standard shape which can now be scaled to suit each individual piece of furniture. The printed designs are glued to the thin brass sheets and cut out using a jeweler's saw with a thin thread-like blade. In close-up, you can see that the blade is serrated and twisted. The artist carefully cuts along the lines to reveal the design. The pieces are filed to smoothen the rough edges and stuck back on a copy of the original design so that the carpenters can align the design perfectly. The carpentry department collect old hardwood fencing posts and cut them into planks which will be used in the furniture building. They then select a specific piece of timber to be inlaid with the design, place the design on the timber, and trace around it with a hacksaw blade. The carpenter then uses a plunge router to hollow out the areas to be filled with the brass inlay. Once the wood has been hollowed out, the carpenter checks to see that the brass inlay fits in the carving. Any readjustment can be completed at this point. The hollowed out design is then filled with an epoxy resin which will give the wood and brass a solid bind. Once it is filled in, the brass pieces are placed in their slots and the bond allowed to set. The piece is now sanded multiple times, starting with coarse sandpaper to extremely fine sandpaper for both wood and metal to give a perfectly smooth finish. Finally, the sanded piece is protected with an oil-based protective finish, which gives the wood a soft, hand-rubbed luster that is robust, easily maintained, and stain-resistant. The flexibility of the technique allows for integration into many different items of furniture, including custom-made designs. Gemilow's timeless, exquisite, handcrafted hardwood brass inlay furnishings, made in Kenya.